Welcome back, everybody, to our European stream, Crypto Before Dark, that we do once a week, 1 p.m. Eastern. Glad to be back with you. Carolina Keith, Professor Keith, Keith the Simp, just Keith. That guy Keith I can't stand. I hate that guy Keith. Whatever you want to call me, I'm cool with it. Promise you I've been called worse. By people more important. So, no big deal. Going to talk about the dollar a little bit today. This is something I forgot to do on Thursday. Had a few drinks. We had a guy donate. I believe it was name was Martin. Can't remember for sure, but either way, I completely forgot to analyze the dollar. And he donated to talk about the dollar, and I completely forgot. So I want to do it now. Plus, it's important to talk about for a bit because there's some things that have happened with the dollar that have been quite interesting. I've got it on the thumbnail there. U.S. dollar runs the show. As we see, no matter what, it continues to happen. No matter what, the dollar continues to be reigning supreme. Every time you think you're going to see a collapse, it doesn't. While it may retrace, it comes right back. Now, why is this? And we can go over the differences and the reasons. Sorry, I was cutting grass before this. Go over the reasons and the differences and stuff and whatnot. And we can get into all that. So first things first, if you would, please go hit like. Why not? They're free. More likes we get, the better. Push us up the algorithm poll so we can get more and more people in here and more people to talk together and learn together and grow together. Let's see who's all in here real fast. Excuse me. All right. Joe M. He says, I've been running shorts for 24 hours. I'm tired, boss. I fully get it, dude. Been doing shorts myself. Hit a couple already, and I stopped for the day. Ron Poteet, what's up? Thor's Hammer, good to see you, bro. Another yo-yo volatile week. Absolutely, dude. Rain Hoffman, dope name. Shorty Guzman, what's up? Hail King Dollar. Nicholas Rare can say, can we check A0? Yes, we can, but I don't fully buy the whole A0 hype. It looks an awful lot like Thor and Fire and all this other bullshit. That's the initial reaction that I get. Chart looks identical. The people who pushed it look identical. The people who started talking about it kind of look identical. I don't like any of that. So we can still talk about it, though. I don't want to be a hater. I've been accused of that before. I try to, like I talk about all the time, there's no emotions involved with investing for me. So I'm trying to convey that a little bit. All right. Existence, what's up, bro? I'm going to be DMing you and talking to you a little bit. Just be prepared to see the DM. Manuel, good to see you. Hi from Spain. Let's go, dude. All the way from Spain. That's awesome. Ghostly guy, what's up, everybody from Wyoming? The other side. Good to see you. Mel Wee, what's up, ma'am? Good to see you. E. Phillips, what's up? Architecture. He says hello from Germany. Let's go, dude. All the way in the German countries. Let's go. Dutch. Speak as a Dutch. Arturo, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Casey G, Tal Creations, Saddam Amrani. I think I got it right. Good to see you. Big Tex says, howdy, Keith. What's up, Big Tex? I believe that just means hello in U.S. talk. What's up, Tony the Node Savage? He said, go hit the like button, y'all. That's right. Tony the Node Savage knows what's up. Thank you for your honest interpretation, Nicholas Rare says. You're very welcome. We can look at it and talk a little bit about more. Stewie, good evening from the UK. What's up, brother? Good to see you. That's why we do these. DZ says, what's up? Bleeding Crypto says, yo. All right, let's talk a little bit about the dollar. So, when I started looking at this, it was a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't as high as it is now. I honestly expected a failure. With the amount of money that they print, or they don't really print anymore, they just create. The amount of money they just create kind of spooked me. And the reason is basics. Supply and demand economics reign supreme. What does that mean? Essentially, the more you have of something, the less it's worth when everyone needs it. All right. So a great example that I use all the time is PlayStation 5s. All right. Every year, there's a new toy that's big hype. You know what I mean? There's a new hyped toy. Well, the last couple of years, it's been electronic gaming systems, whether that be the Xbox One or the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 4 before that or whatever. That happens every single year. PlayStation 5 comes out. Oh my God, everybody wants one. So what does PlayStation do? They purposely restrict the amount of people who can get them. Why? Because the less people that have them, the more in demand they are. The more people want them. If everybody's got one, no one needs to buy one. Yes, they want everyone to get one, slowly in increments. They want you to get it and talk about how awesome it is so everybody else continues to want it. Okay, this creates demand. Then, after Christmas is over, that demand tapers back. There's less presents being bought, and life turns back to normal for a bit. Then that demand slowly goes back down. When this happens, you see price increases every year. Like this year, for instance, I looked at PlayStation 5 just to get one for myself to have in the living room or the main room that you kind of see back there in that door right there. For Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max, watch our movies on it, play games if you'd like to play games, exercise if you wanted to exercise. You can do all that stuff on one of those entertainment systems, right? Really cool. Then I looked at the prices, and they were $800 to $1,200. I said, that's bullshit. Why? They're only $650 retail, $600 retail. Well, supply and demand dictated that. People had them. You didn't have one. You wanted one. They have it. Well, they get to choose the price. It's no different with gasoline. The less of it that's out there, the higher it costs. Okay? It's strategic the way it's done. It's important the way it's done, and it literally affects everything that you do in life, whether that's go buy groceries at the grocery store, buy gas. Trucks are in high demand right now. I'll give you one more good example. I drive a silver Ford F-150 four-wheel drive. It's an EcoBoost 3.5 twin turbo. It's got leather seats. It's fully optioned out. When I got it, I bought the nicest truck that I could find in what I wanted, right? I paid $36,500 for it when I got it. That was 60,000 miles ago. Okay, and several years ago. I've had that truck for quite a while now. The other day, I decided to price trucks. I found out that my truck right now can go for about $36,000 the way it sits. Of course, it doesn't need anything. Nothing's wrong with it. But it's used. It's got 93,000 miles on it. It's still worth what it was. Why? Because trucks are in high demand. They need parts that they don't have. So since they don't have those parts, they don't have the trucks to sell that people want. So they need to get those trucks that people want. And how do you do that? Well, you incentivize them by raising the value. The demand has gone up. And since the demand has gone up, the trucks are worth more. I'm not going to sell my truck. I love my truck. I do not own a Lambo. That's dumb. If I could find one like butthole cheap, I might buy one, but they don't exist that cheap. So they're terrible cars to own maintenance-wise as well. They're toys, and I don't have the money to buy a $300,000 toy. That's dumb. I have enough money to live off of. I can trade and make enough money to eat, feed my family. That's good enough for me. So that's a little bit about supply and demand and how it works. In case you needed another example, Tickle Me Elmos are a great example. Every year, the price on Tickle Me Elmos doubles at Christmas because of demand. Okay, there's a few of them out there. A lot of people want them. Cost more. That brings us to the U.S. dollar. They continue to create money, and you think, oh my God, they're creating more and more and more. Well, that's going to drive down the value. You would think so. Things change, though. What happens is, while that money's being printed, it's being allocated at the same time. They're not just printing it and giving it away to people. They do that sometimes. That's called a stimulus. You end up paying that back at the end of the year, though. That's what they don't tell you. So while you're printing the money, you end up paying it back at tax time. Shh, that's a secret. No one quite understands that. The petrodollar is quite important as well. Our dollar is pegged to oil. And so long as it stays that way, our dollar becomes more valuable. If that ever goes away and they start pegging it to other currencies, then you'll see a massive volatility come in for the U.S. dollar. Way worse than what we have now. So that's just a little background here. There's far, far more to it than that. There's Federal Reserve interest rate hikes. We need banks to make money. I know that sounds ridiculous, and everybody says, fuck banks. We hate banks, blah, blah, blah. Banks make the world go round. All right? Banks control all that money, and they need to make money. They incorporate and hire thousands and thousands of people. You take those away, everything starts to crumble, okay? You need banks to make money. And with the interest rates extremely low, they have a harder time doing that. So what the Federal Reserve did is bump those interest rates up. Now they're going to make more money because when they borrow, cost you more to borrow, they get more money back, their dollars go up, They make more money. They hire more people get hired, more people spend money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the ball rolls downhill and the snowball grows. Let's analyze the dollar a little bit here and look back in history and see what we've got. As you see, the dollar is 103.68. That's 3.6 over the value of a dollar. 3.6% over the value. $1.3690. Almost 3.7%, which is quite impressive. That's likely to continue. Why is that? Well, we can look at the indicators and tell that this thing's broken a recent high point, and it had a big retrace, a big sell-off. We can see that from March 20 till March 21, basically a year-long sell-off. And after that, we had a reversal. The reversal tried to fail the 50 fib around 95 cents. Actually broke that, went through the golden pocket beautifully, hit Sniper's Alley, where I honestly expected a failure a couple weeks ago, right? Didn't fail. Just blew right through that joker when the Federal Reserve rates hike came up. And they raised interest rates. Hey, the money's now more valuable. This was already trending up before that happened, so you should have already seen this coming, right? Which is clearly what's happening. This is the thing about TA. We're ahead of this. We saw the dollar increasing in value several weeks ago. We've been talking about it and talking about it. Now it's broken its recent high, and it clears the way to go to upper level take profit lines. What are those upper level take profit lines? It's roughly $107 or $109. That's in log mode. Even if we go to linear mode, you see there's not a terrible amount of difference. 106, 108. That's still way up there. Now, how long is that going to take? It may take a bit, honestly, because if you look at the daily chart, well, first of all, let's look at the weekly. Let's look at the weekly indicators. Jump and look at the 821 EMA. You're several percent away from the 8 EMA. Nearly never does it get this far from the 8 EMA. There may be a pause, and it may jog sideways for a bit, and it may even retrace a little back to the top of Sniper's Alley at around $1.01, somewhere in that rough range. That doesn't mean it's stopping. It could very well keep going from there. Why? Because more often than not, when we see something break all-time high or a short-term higher high, like it's making right now, it continues to go to take profit lines. That's just a basic knowledge that we've found with Fibonacci retracement. It's not really that difficult. Yes, KCG, you can trade this on Forex. Absolutely. That's something on my mic. Lint. It's super distracting, though. There we go. So, I expect this 8 EMA to catch up at some point. While it is parabolic, all things eventually come to an end. Let's look at some levels that it may fail at. Like I said, $1.07 to $1.06 to $1.08. How about that? That's the first level that I kind of expect. Looking back in history a bit, you see exactly how high this thing is. This is back in 2016. Okay, December 2016, highest levels we'd had in a really, really long time. It failed. Failed all the way back down to 2018, right? Bounced off of a trend line and kind of hopped up and kept going. What trend line am I speaking of? If you scroll out a bit more, you see 2001 was the last extreme high that we had. It was $1.20 and 85. Okay, so 1.285. That's great. 1.2085. A 20% overvalue on the dollar. Your money was worth 20% more. Now, that created a downtrend when that failure happened right there. And we could actually put a Fibonacci retracement on it and see that it was kind of foreseen. You pull it down, you come across, you see that it broke the 50 and failed the golden pocket, immediately hit a retrace, sold off right at the 50 fib after that, and failed for several years after that. Okay? You can kind of see that coming. Just got to be ready for that. You know, you could blame that on 9/11 because this was pre-9/11. This was this was after 9/11. This is 2002, 2000, coming up on 2003 when the sell-off happened. 2001, right about here, July, August, September 2001, you had a little dip, but it never crossed the 21 EMA and came right back up, kept going. The high before that was all the way back to 1985. 1985. Money was worth $1.64. Each dollar was 64% overvalued. My goodness, that's a lick right there. Of course that had to come down. And if you look back in history, it's never quite been this high before. Just hasn't. Just hasn't. And here we are, third highest level ever at $1.03. You see the broken trend line. Now that we've got that broken trend line, we can kind of draw some new trend lines down here and just give a look at what may be happening. There's a trend line here. We could draw this a little tighter, maybe come in through there. You see it kind of bounced off of a trend line there. This would be a GAN fan. You could do a GAN fan, which is an indicator that's on the left over here. I don't particularly care for them, but they work. It's just more of a long-term kind of projection thing. You use a GAN fan with a fib circle. They can kind of give you some key points and key time frames that may happen. I'm not really sold on those. Some people use them and exclusively care for them and say that they work great. Not really my thing. I kind of tend to stick with what I know, because I know this stuff works. We've seen it work. We've got the numbers to prove it. So, again, big run up. 821 cross is good. Let's look at some other indicators while we got them up here. Ichimoku cloud, 4 out of 4. You've got lag line up, price over cloud, green cloud on the end, and conversion over base. You got everything you want there. 821 EMA, you're good there. RSI trending up. Hey, look, though. Touching overbought, isn't it? Yes, it is. Is that going to likely stay that high? There could be some down in the short term. Okay? Could be some down in the short term. I'm not super worried about that. If it needs to catch its breath to continue back going up, that's fine. We've created a bit of a new trend here. And this thing's it may take some time to test and bounce around. As I've told you before, this recent move that it's made has been one for the ages. It hasn't made one of these in a couple years. And in fact, this recent full-on surge in the last few years is something that it hasn't done in decades. So give it some time here. Let it breathe. At the same time the dollar goes up, let's have a look at gold, because everyone loves to peg gold to the dollar and talk about how gold is the standard, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, let's have a look at it real quick. I got a lot of lines drawn. I was shorting this and longing this on Forex. Let me delete that. That was on the 5-minute charts. You still have this decade-plus long cup and handle right here. You even have another cup and handle forming on top of that. This chart still isn't bearish. I know we have some trending indicators that are going down. I believe that's probably short term. Everything else here looks really strong. I can't call it super short yet. I just can't. It's still holding 1812, which is a key level. Even 1664 at the 382 level would be okay, because that would kind of help solidify the cup and handle a little bit more. May take some time to play out. Again, this is the long haul as far as precious metals go. There's a war going on in Europe right now, or in Eastern or Western Asia, whatever you want to call that. That affects things. Precious metals are needed. There's an extreme demand for precious metals because of smartphones and other equipment that all use gold as a semiconductor, okay? It's important stuff to understand. The supply and demand is still there. Despite what you think about jewelry and all this other stuff, gold conducts electricity very well. Gold plating helps a lot with electronics. And as electronics become more and more advanced, you're going to see the demand continue to increase. It's just a common thing, okay? Let's answer some questions real quick. All right, Arturo says you don't have a Lambo. I need to stop following you right now. I know, right, dude? Come on, man. No one really buys a Lambo. That's stupid. Just lease it or rent it. Why'd you want to buy that? That's dumb. You trade this on Forex? Yes, I do. What's up, bro? Good to see you, bro. So loves the day stream. Good to see you. You can use Hugo's Way, which is what I use, or you can use Prosperity FX. There's other ones like Trader's Way. I kind of got tired of Trader's Way slippage. That's kind of why I moved away from them. There's some other ones that now that I'm on Trader's Way and I talk on here, there's some that constantly flood my emails, want me to use them, trying to give me promotions. You're going to see this happen once you start using it. Just don't over leverage if you're a beginner. Absolutely. You never put more money over there than you're willing to lose, and never over leverage, because you will get smoked. What is odd? Usually commodity prices fall when the dollar rises. It depends. It depends. If all tides are rising, the dollar will rise with commodity prices. That's historical. Okay. You can go back 100 years on commodities and see that they rise and the dollar rises. So it's kind of a little bit hit and miss as far as that goes. Short term, you may see that, but macro trends show that the dollar tends to go way on up just with commodities. And it's a tough call. It's not enough positive confluence to convince me, if that kind of evens out what I'm trying to say. What's up, Stu? Don't forget to support the team. Thanks, Bishop, bro. Let's go, dude. Get them likes up for the algo. Exactly, bro. Get them likes up for the algo. Hit the like button. Why not, dude? We got 9 more minutes. Let's get the shit going, right? Can you look up FTM? Not yet. If dollar, we talked about the dollar. Only 2 likes. So real quick, let's do a 0 because that was asked. Let's hop over to daily first because they don't have enough chart there. A 0. Yep, this is the exact same as THOR, Fire, and a bunch of others. You had this nice run up while the coin was being shielded and whitelist happened. Once that happened, the move went up, hit a peak. Same formation. You got that big rise with this big nasty fall. Downtrends with nothing but steady drops over and over and over again. Clear and obvious sell pressure. I don't need to highlight a candle for you on that one. It's all sell. You had a short-term, doji candle pop up here at the bottom, but it failed to break trend. It is making a higher low, but it's been making higher lows and then failing after that. Despite the shield, it doesn't look great to me. Okay. Doesn't look great. Nothing here says up. RSI is cruising low, bouncing off the bottom of the 40. Nothing looks amazing here. We're seeing a whole lot of nothing. That's exactly what we saw in other ones. You may see some short-term up, but please wait on confirmation. Staking rewards are easily being swallowed up by reduction in value. That's a diminishing gain. If you're not making as much staking or earning as much from something as you're losing in the actual value of what you're trying to get, that's a diminishing gain. It's exactly what's happening right here, okay? It's no different than the others. Just the way it is. Anyone remember the odd gold-plated monster stereo speaker cables? Bro, 100%. We used to rock those in the car. Me and Jeremy did audio stuff for a long time. We could get those really, really nice patch cords, audio cables, go back and forth with the gold plating on them. Absolutely, dude. We used to use the hell out of them. Do you think ETH and BTC will close that last CMA gap? Yeah, I think the 25K gap is going to happen. Bitcoin's just kind of pointing down there. A lot of movement, but nothing big. And you're seeing only down pressure. Little small ups with large downs equal to downtrend. I mean, that's just the way it is. Stronger still bearish, absolutely. Nothing to see there, but we can pull it up and look, and then we'll do FTM, and then we'll be going. Yep. I'll pull up the 4-hour chart because you don't have a whole lot of data here. I actually drew this move out, and you see it's still happening. It almost happened exactly like I said it would. Came down here and tagged 13.1, almost hit perfectly on the line that I drew, but it did tag the box, so good enough. This only shows me a short-term relief area. We need to see this thing break key levels. First key level that it needs to break now is 14.5, break and hold. Then you're looking at 15.5, break and hold, and that's just to start a bottom. That's not to buy. That's to form a potential bottom. That means wait it out until we see something more confirmed, folks. Been saying this since $1,200. If it's not a buy, don't buy. And some of you are starting to learn. I've seen it over in the strong Discord. Slowly, the idiots are shelling themselves out, and you're seeing a reduction in stupidity. You're starting to see people understand that the chart reigns supreme. No matter what, the chart reigns supreme. We'll see what happens coming up in the future. I still have my nodes running. I'm accumulating strong. I want to say I've got almost 90 strong saved up now. We'll just wait it out. Also, Ethereum is going to a third, I believe, on June 8th. I may be incorrect about that, so don't quote me. Maybe look it up. I believe they're reducing node rewards, which will increase demand likely. We'll see. Nothing guaranteed. There's usually a capitulatory drop after that. Bitcoin usually has one more drop after halvening before it really takes off and gets going. So we'll see. Let's look at FTM. FTM still looks terrible, I believe. All right. Yep, all short, no buy. Nothing to see there. AVAX. Yep, all short, no buy. Nothing to see there. DAG. Oh, this is going to piss those guys off. Apparently, my charts age like milk, but the charts keep going down. We had good buy pressure for a couple days. Then it went away. And now the chart's still trending down. 27,000 and dropping to make a node. The high was 80,000 to make a node. The median was 47,000 to make a node. Now it's less than 27,000, and people are still telling me that I'm wrong. Pause. Remove your heart from the decision and just use your brain. You tell me, right? From India, buy silver, then crypto. Yeah, I wouldn't buy crypto at all. Silver's not a buy either, so I wouldn't buy silver either. That's not a good call. Have you looked at Kava staking on Kepler Wallet 35%? The problem with Kava staking at 35% is it's down over 80%. So if it's down that far, I'm not really making anything by staking. Flux, same kind of chart. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's bearish. Everybody's a genius during a bull market. It's when you go into a bear market and it can still make money where the real G's stick it out. Absolutely, Tony. That's dead on the money. Here we are, bear market, still making money. If you're not in the Discord, you should be. Why? Because we're throwing up charts of shorts like crazy. You got Groot in there, Tony in there, me, Terry, Mad Cry was in there sharing shorts earlier. Mike was in there sharing shorts. A bunch of other people, and I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name. Ray, TA, showing charts, short. People making money hand over fist. I made 82% today on my short. Wipe my hands and I'm done. It's still going down. I took my profits and got out. I'm cool with it. I made my money for the day. I don't give a damn. I'm done. I made a quick $5 on GBP USD because it went up just for a little bit. And I think I made $15 or a little bit less, maybe a little bit less. Made that, got out on that. Haven't touched that since. I believe that's probably going to go up some more, but there may be some short-term down in the time being. May bull flag out. We'll see. I remember all the Dagno geniuses. It was going to make millionaires, so many millionaires, and yes, they're losing money. They have less rewards coming in than the value of the coin going down. Again, diminishing rewards. You want to talk about 10 years down the road, that's fine, but crypto might not even be around in 10 years. So I need people to understand that your 10-year projection isn't true. It just isn't. Johnny Surfer here. I need to learn to execute that short trade. Yep, takes a little bit of time to learn. I don't suggest anyone who can't chart really well to be doing shorts. It's leveraged. That means every dollar you put in is leveraged up by at least 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. You can get liquidated very fast. You need to know what you're doing first before you do that. I don't have a video on leverage trading. Why? Because as soon as I do, people are going to get pissed and say, I lost money because of you. Not going to fall for that trap. Great to catch you live. What's up, Pressberry Invest? Good to see you, brother. First time on the live stream. What's up, Ramez? Good to see you. Discord is a lifesaver. Jackson, yep, not feeling great about those fees. Yeah, agreed. I don't feel great about the fees either. What are shorting? What we shorting, sir? We shorted almost everything today, Port City. Tons of shorts. So, if you're new, don't over leverage when shorting. Thank you, Mac. All the dag Chad wrecked. Yeah, I don't want to call people clowns. That's something I don't do. I want to help. You know what I mean? I want to be on your team. I want to help you learn. But if you can't learn, I can't help. If you can't open up your eyes and see what's in front of you, well, you're just going to lose money until then. So look, that's been 30 minutes. That's how fast the European stream goes by. Thank all y'all for coming. I appreciate it all. If you need some help, you want to learn more, you want to take it farther, 786unlimited.com. I'll share it right here in the chat. Copy and paste. Bam, right there. If you'd like to join the Discord, you click Discord right here. If you'd like to join the Patreon and fully unlock that Discord, join our Patreon today. If you'd like to book a private one-on-one consult because you want to learn a little bit farther and you want to take it farther, pick your time. Right here you see I have one time left in June. And in July, have several times. Pick a date, pick a time, Click confirm. It'll kick you over and ask you how you want to pay. You can pay with PayPal. You're done. You're locked in. You'll get an email telling you you're going to be on a consult time, and you'll see me one-on-one just like this. Only the background will be different. So anybody who needs anything, please get a hold of us. We have a full staff ready to rock. We're only getting bigger and stronger. Where are you? You could be part of that. I hope you do. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate every single one of y'all. In the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. Appreciate the hell out of that. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all on the next stream. Turn your volume down. This is going to be loud. Peace.